Is that a bird?
No, it's a plane.
Nah, man, it's Captain Kurt.
Oh, wait till you see Captain Kurt. You can be like,
You are now tuned in with Captain Kurt.
Give me 1 second, I'll be right with you.
Brush ashes off my shoulders, I've been far too long. Pick up my hat, use my pants to dust it off. Blue jeans to blood, so I'm covered in love. Showing up looking like a massacre, you motherfucker! I'm a rock star like back in the day. Raising hell in mud parks, high as hell for 3 days. No highway to hell when you wake in the light. Or blood on any dance floor when there's a massacre to make.
What is good? What is good?
Oh, mama, they too bothered by the rebel inside. On a holly, smiling with my bloodshot eyes. On the edge of heaven, see the gate and it shines. But there's a party down below, and I'm crashing it tonight. And making a blood in me and all my
Hey, I'm coming. Gotta get this water. Got my Mountain Dew. Got my bait. It's been a minute since I've been in this studio. Hey, if you haven't seen this on churches, go watch it over there first. Don't watch it here first. Go watch it over there.
I'm that motherfucker, honey, they've been lying too long. I'm that motherfucker, Bubba, and I'm living the songs. The enemy plotting, trying to kill me, cause I'm where I belong.
Hey, love you too, Chris. Chris, why you get so mad, Chris? Chris is mad. Chris is like, bro, don't be reacting to stuff that you like. You can't do that. That's not allowed, says Chris. Chris, get out of here. What am I doing? Oh, turn it back up on you. Hold on. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I forgot how to YouTube. Oh, what's going on? Where's the media stuff now? Okay. All right. I think I found it. Maybe not. That's the wrong one. That's the backgrounds. Bear with me. Oh, maybe it was right. I don't know what I got going on here. There we are. Your boy forgot how to YouTube. My bad. My bad. All right. Music City Magic Man, episode number 1. This is pretty dope. I don't know what to expect. I kind of popped in for a second and seen there was, it looked like an interview. Looked like Ryan was doing an interview with somebody. I haven't been on YouTube in a while. I had a little bit of time. I was getting ready to play some Call of Duty. I'm like, you know what? I ain't been on the internet in probably a month on a live stream. And I probably should have recorded some reactions. Haven't. You know what I mean? But I probably should have. Yeah, Uncle Dub, I got you, bro. I don't know yet. I don't know, Uncle Dub. This was sporadic. I'll get with you this weekend. I know Saturday I'm going to Tampa. I'll be in Tampa on Saturday. We got some things we're going to do Saturday. And then, I don't know. Sundays are usually open for me. We'll get together. What up, Potential Farms? Florida Girl 420, Cricket. Who else we got in here? Kiki. Yeah. Anyway, Ryan dropped from what I seen, an interview, and it's called Music City Magic Man, and this is episode 1. So I figured, you know what, it's been a little bit since I went live, so I'll watch it here with y'all. Let me fix this real quick. Audio up. I downloaded it, so hopefully it doesn't glitch. Move this over. Move that there. Bam, bam. All right, perfect. Let's go.
Nashville YouTube star Ryan Upchurch. I'm a man, Ryan Upchurch.
Local Cheatham County musician Ryan Upchurch.
Ryan Upchurch.
So Upchurch is my guy, man.
Ryan Upchurch.
Too much power now on the
But like if you're an outsider and you never done anything entertainment, when people hear you get online, because that's one thing I've always respected about you. You've always been very vocal.
They probably think I'm fucking crazy.
They think you're crazy. I mean, that's the truth. They think you're probably psychotic and from a different dimension.
Dude.
But when you can really lay it out in a tangible way for people to understand, they're going to be like, holy shit.
It's funny you say that, because while you see all these people out here who like love the Illuminati conspiracies and all that shit, it's like, here's somebody right here in Nashville, Tennessee, who is like lived in that and fought with these fucking people, whatever these folks on the outside think the Illuminati is.
Yeah.
I've been through all of that.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, like I've tangoed with these motherfuckers and left them on the dance floor.
That's crazy, babe. She's definitely my daughter, right? Anyway. Yeah, bro, that's crazy. He mentions, I seen early on, like it shows a true crime lawsuit, blah, 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 blah. Church is going to always say what he feels, regardless of what others think. Yeah, I think we're now in 2025, we know that by now. But yeah.
Here's somebody right here in Nashville, Tennessee, who is like lived in that and fought with these fucking people, whatever these folks on the outside think the Illuminati is.
Yeah.
I've been through all of that.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, like I've tangoed with these motherfuckers and left them on the dance floor.
What we can convey is a better understanding of what you actually went through. Starting at square one, talking about the good stuff, the ugly stuff,
Yes.
the negative stuff. And then I think when people
Let's be honest, bro. Church, if you take away all the drama and stuff that you want to try to attach to him, or you could attach to him, dude knocked it out the park when it comes to the music. Like the way he remained independent and conquered that independent hill. There's not many people that can say that. They can discredit him in other ways, but they can't discredit that music and that reputation as the independent king, in my opinion. There's a few others that have done it, but in my opinion, Church's way that he did it from the jump has gone unmatched.
Motherfuckers and left them on the dance floor.
what we can convey is a better understanding of what you actually went through. Starting at square one, talking about the good stuff, the ugly stuff,
Yes.
the negative stuff. And then I think when people see it represented fully, I think they'll be, their minds will be blown. Honestly,
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in, to be real, bro. Like, hell, like you said the other day, like I say 5 minutes worth of shit on Instagram and it like fries people's brain. They're like, what?
yeah, it sounds insane. But then when you see all, I mean, it's wild. There's so many things.
You selling books right there? Selling books?
Yeah.
Full of just like the craziest shit. Like when I see it on paper and read it, I'm like, I know everybody like thinks, you know, puts herself on a sort of a mental pedestal in a way because we are us. But I've been able to step back at least far enough to look at the shit I've written and the shit that's happened and be like, this is one of the craziest, if not the craziest, like definitely craziest independent story ever. It's also like one of the most liberating like stories in music ever, because I've got to see and live in a city about music city to be exact.
You know, it's crazy. I'll say this. I feel like Ryan's lived his career like you know, when you go to work, man, and you have a fucking bad day, bro, and you're not in the right mindset. Like I feel like that's how he showcases the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. You know what I mean? He doesn't kind of block away any right or wrong, he puts it out for everybody to see. You know what I'm saying?
And I've got to watch it unfold. I've listened to it like growing up over the years on the radio. I've seen it. I've been a fan of it. And now being a part of it, you're like, whoa, there's a whole like different, they don't like us. They're trying to get rid of us.
Well, yeah, because what it essentially means is that they don't have their hands in your pockets.
Man, that's a fucking problem.
You did something that shouldn't be able to be done.
Yeah.
Very few people do it, and that's like making it on your own. A lot of people have tried that, but it's hard to do it.
Besides Hobson and Tech Nine, can you name anybody?
I know at one point Offspring, had an album that was a huge success that wasn't on the label, but they got snatched up like immediately.
Can you name anyone who has been in the game for over a decade and has been independent the whole time?
No. Not
Ain't that crazy, bro?
Maybe Tech Nine, like you mentioned.
Right. And then even if you
That is crazy to think about. Like there's no other way to do it in other people's minds. Like that means at a point, because he said other than like outside of 10 years, yeah, people have done it, but outside of 10 years, like you would think if you're independent and you're doing it all on your own, you shouldn't need anything else, right? If you're doing it right. I don't know. That is crazy to think about though, because it really is Hobson and Tech Nine that are the only that I could think of for the last 10 years in church.
Says it wasn't on the label, but they got snatched up like immediately.
can you name anyone who has been in the game for over a decade and has been independent the whole time?
No.
Ain't that crazy, bro?
That sounds like Chad.
Right. And then even if you pinpoint Tech Nine, it's like, you know, yes, that is true about Tech Nine, but he's also had a little bit of industry tangoing.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
For sure.
So it's like, damn.
Yeah. So I figured we'd start from the beginning, explain some of the good things, and then we start getting into kind of where we're at, you know, everything, all the bad shit that's happened.
When Chad says, you know, you eventually have to make a deal with the devil in a sense, like, which is a true statement, but this is like the exception, like, story. Like, I've been in the same room as the devil, but I've also held the knife and been like, don't fucking touch me and don't talk to me too much.
Bro, one of the coolest things about Chad, the guy that's talking to him, Chad Shepard, Chad Blue Moon, I don't know if you know, but Chad's got hobbies, bro, and that's one thing I will say. I didn't see a lot of the people that Ryan has ever really been around that had a lot of hobbies, if you will. Chad's got his own hobbies, so I think it's cool that, and they're both kind of like that history, oddity type of people. Like Ryan and Chad mesh pretty well, from what I've seen in the music side of it, you know, because I don't know anything else other than that. But yeah,
That's why all the shit's gone the way it has, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's because you haven't allowed that. You've told people to fuck off, and you've done it in a very public way.
Yeah.
Kindly fuck you.
So I figure we start there. So I've got some early stuff. Let's start from the...
Start wherever you want, bro.
And this is one Chelsea was really good. If you look back now in this thing, what's the first big memory you have?
Making the Cheatham County music video and seeing it afterwards and being like, whoa, this is going to be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I just felt like I knew what was coming, you know? I just have a feeling.
Yeah.
Because the only thing was before that was called Big Smoke.
It really shed a lot
Right.
on Cheatham County.
And then, dude, it was just doom, 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 doom after that. And the whole fucking, if you were a country person in America during that time, you're like, what the fuck? This is different.
Yeah.
And it caught on, and a lot of motherfuckers had to start moving different and moving faster.
For sure. When I moved in here in 2015, I was a punk rocker. I didn't know shit about
I remember meeting you.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about rap or country music really other than my parents listened to. That's just the truth.
Remember the first time we met each other?
Yeah, at the office on Music Row. I do. And how that came about is when I took a job, the guy said, we're going to be working with country rap acts. So
Who?
Chris Hurt.
Chris Hurt.
That was kind of like my mentor, you know, in the beginning.
Just making sure we get the names.
Yeah. I started researching, and everything I watched was like, this is garbage.
I've been plucking onions all day.
And then I found you. It was like late one night. I was in there, and I think it was the Cheatham County or the video where you're on the boat. It's one of the
Country Way.
Yeah, one of the first ones. And I was like, man, this dude's like, this feels authentic, and he has like a punk rock attitude. I like that. You know, it's like he's like a real country boy with a punk rock attitude. So I started blowing up. Whoever was the manager at the time was probably
Fucking Johnny Trashville.
Yeah, so that was the first time you guys came in, and unfortunately, the first time you came in, JJ was there.
Oh my God. I'll never forget that, bro. He come in like a fucking Pantene Pro V commercial.
Yeah.
Remember on School of Rock when the dude's like arching his back all weird playing the guitar? That's JJ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And y'all had one show, your first show, and I think it went like shit. So then you actually reached out. You or Cashville reached out.
Help me.
And that was kind of where it all started for us.
Man.
In the beginning. And then back then it was like 50 people coming to a show.
If that.
Yeah, if that.
15.
and it was just crazy.
I remember
Man,
doing a
that's
show for
wild.
15 people.
He said 15, 50, nah, 15.
I'll never forget. I was level with them. Like I was standing here while they were here. And I was like doing the show, standing on the same in a little dive bar.
That's wild. Hey, it's good to think that your worst show was like my average shows for my band, about 15 people.
Shout out to the Kriegers, baby.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm trying to listen because you could hear Chad pretty well, I guess you could say, with the headphones on, but he's still kind of like offset. I wish Chad had his own little mic on that.
Yeah. What was your like holy shit moment? Like when you were like when you started putting the stuff out, what was the moment when you're like, holy shit, this might work?
Man, when we did Summer Love, the Summer Love EP, and I would have to say Radio Jam, like White Lightning, that era.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long after that was. Like Dirty Boys.
Yeah.
Okay, no, Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
That was my holy shit moment.
Yeah.
100%. I don't even have to look. Rolling Stone was my holy shit moment. I was like, what in the like I'm a hillbilly in a fucking trailer on 1,000 Oak way back in the woods of Cheatham County. And I'm doing like fucking Beyonce numbers. What the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
that was wild.
And the song was
He
like,
said
I like
Beyonce
driving and
numbers.
smoking.
Yeah.
That's it.
But people connected with that. I think that's
Appreciate you, Wisco. Wisco with the 5 gifted memberships. If you got a membership from Wisco, show some love. Let them know you appreciate them.
the thing. Is like, I feel like a lot of the people that are out there now in the same lane or even in the country lane, I feel like they get around a whiteboard and they put topics, beer, trucks, girls. And like for you, it came off as super real and authentic because you were really doing that shit.
Well, I noticed it, like, you know, in that lane of music, I was listening to it and I was like, what the fuck are these people like saying? They're saying like, they sound like a fucking pamphlet at like Tractor Supply for like something or co-op. It's like, this is fucking crazy. They're like, tomatoes need sticks, trucks have lifts. I'm like, what the fuck? There's so much more country or shit you could say. Like, and it came easy because, I mean, shit. I mean, I was doing shit in the country that was easy to write that no one else was doing. Like,
so what point did you quit? 'Cause you had jobs, right? So what point did you quit your job and you're like, holy shit, I can do music now? Like, and what job was that?
I was doing two things. I was working at Sherwin-Williams. I worked for my family company, but they were subcontracted with like Instar Service Group, which eventually turned into Service Master. And I was just doing that kind of shit, just whatever I could do, really. Like, there's always gonna be a job doing that kind of shit. And that's what I was doing. I was getting paid shitty, and Sherwin-Williams, I was definitely getting paid shitty, but at Sherwin-Williams, I was able to chill and write a lot during like lunch and stuff because all the workers, painters and shit was at work.
When you started, because I know from my understanding, like the first thing where you kind of sort of get some exposure, you made like a viral video online, right? Was that like your first? And Vine, because you were doing Vines and stuff.
There's a lot of people that'll say, oh, well, Ryan never worked a real job. Ryan never struggled, blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't see the thing about it is 10 years he's only been doing music, right? And he probably wasn't 11 years, 10 years, 10 and a half years. He probably wasn't very financially successful for the first probably 3, right? I would say. I mean, I'm sure the money can, but it ain't to where it was living as comfortable as he is now, probably, right? So first 3 years was probably a struggle. He's what, 33 years, 32. So yeah, 19, 20. Yeah, you can't really struggle too much at 19 or 20, depending on how quickly you got up out of your house growing up, right? But it sounds like he was supporting his whole family, right? Well, not his whole family, some of his family.
Oh, bro, yeah, Vine, yeah.
And then so.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you started doing, like I remember you were doing.
I was going to Jamie and Tasia Alexis's house, and they were famous on Vine, and I'd been around then during a couple big Vines, like this one was called Big Ass Eyebrows.
Yeah.
That one, and then I was the director of this viral video where there's a horse mask. My buddy Jamie put a horse mask on. I was like, bro, you need to brush your teeth like fast as fuck because the mask was like flopping around. And that was a famous Vine. A couple other ones, but you know, it was only a few, but then Vine got like deleted or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was the end of Vine, so I just jumped over to Instagram.
Yeah. So do you remember your first like purchase that you got, like when you got your first, like you started making money? What was the first cool thing you bought? Because I've known you to have, like, tons of cars, trucks.
A junky C6 Corvette.
Oh, what was it?
A junky ass silver C6 Corvette.
Well,
that
I
my
find a picture.
that my girlfriend at the time drove in to like a little swamp off the interstate.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got it redone. I had it painted black, put Lambo doors on it like a dumbass,
I remember that.
and ended up fucking getting rid of it or something.
Yeah. For me, dude, I remember I went to when you had the single wide trailer.
Yeah, that's why I bought that Corvette.
Okay. I remember I left one time, a month later I came back and you had built this like, dude, you had spent more on the fence.
Yes,
around
dude. The
trailer
I call it the Trump fence.
Yeah.
Man, that was a fucking ridiculous privacy fence.
Yeah, it was at least 8 or 9 foot tall.
8 foot.
Wasn't there like a lookout?
From what I've taken is this is starting like early on his career, so like in the very beginning. So I'm taking it this story is 10, 11 years ago, maybe longer. This is like before Ryan even got into the music. He was just making vines and hanging out with his friends, writing music. This is like when he was starting to write and he was making videos and doing his thing.
Dude, the fence cost more than the fucking trailer,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying, yeah.
The septic tank was busted. Shit was coming out, but it was on a hill, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
Because the shit was going down the hill.
Damn.
So it was like fence first. That's some fucking redneck shit for
I know,
real.
dude. That's what I was thinking. I
Well,
laughed.
that just answered the question. Like, there's a struggle. You're shitting out the back of your trailer, and you ain't got a good septic system, and it's just a pipe hanging out the back of the trailer.
So hard about that. I was like,
I would
damn,
say that's a
that
struggle.
thing's absolutely causing.
I had no idea what I was finna get into during that time. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, that was the same with like all of us, really. I mean, all of us were like, even though I went to like a country school. I was like one of the skater kids.
Yeah.
But like
I skateboard
was
too,
poor.
yeah.
Like we were all poor.
Yeah.
So, like the first time you start making money, you don't know shit about managing it or
No, fuck
anything
no.
like that. You just want to buy something.
You're like, fuck taxes, bro. I'm buying shit, dude. I don't care about grocery money. I'll make another song. That was really my, I mean, I guess that's what kind of trained me to be how I was eventually. Like I would spend the money. I was a little fucking redneck asshole. Never had, nothing. And I would make a song, make some money, buy some cool shit. I was like, fuck, dude, I need more money. I'd make another song. And I already loved music and I loved making the music and I was enjoying doing it because I was getting, people were, buzzing. Everybody's like, whoa, what the fuck is this? When I first came out, I just kept doing it and I become more addicted to making the music than I did buying stuff. So I just started buying everybody else shit eventually, like soon after.
For sure. You've done a lot of that for sure. if you could like.
Well, that makes sense. Like when he would have his album release, when an album would drop, he would get a truck or, you know what I'm saying? Or buy some sort of toy, a four-wheeler, a motorcycle, whatever. The last couple times, I think it was motorcycles. So that makes sense.
Go back in time, like right now, if you could take a time machine, go back to the Ryan right at the beginning of his career and have a 5-minute conversation with him, what would you tell him?
Man, that's a good question.
Never do music.
Dude, I'd be like, get ready for the fucking wildest rodeo of your life. And by the way, you don't just get to ride the bull and get off. You have to like break its fucking neck, kill it, stomp its head, and then leave.
Yeah.
Like Lane Frost. I even said it in one of my first songs. I forgot which one it is, but.
Man, these boys think they got me. You ain't got shit, son. I'm the Lane Frost of this shit.
Said something about Lane Frost because I had a feeling that's what it was going to be like in damn ways.
You could go back and there's one thing you could change throughout your career, what would that be?
That's a good question.
Letting people trick me into thinking certain people around me was bad, such as you, my mom, my brothers. And, there was a real confusing time because, when you ain't never had money and you get money and people start acting different, you don't understand at first.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's to protect you. Sometimes because they want all your fucking money.
Yeah.
And the people who want all your money will make other people think they want it so they can steal it. And
Bro, and that's one thing I will say that the internet kind of forgets about is like, I think a lot of the fans have watched this long enough that they've seen people get painted as bad guys, people get painted as good guys, and they want to point blame at Ryan, or they want to say, well, you threw your mom out, or you did this, or you did that. But they don't really know the full story, right? So this is cool that they're putting this, I guess it would be like a documentary type biography, maybe, if you will, because regardless of what the truth is, right? Hearing it from Ryan would be beneficial for the community because there's a lot of people that watched him. I mean, he's got a tattoo on his face that says "Mama didn't try," right? So explaining this and getting a better understanding of why that happened is only going to solidify uh, the community for Creek Squad or Holler Boy or Holler Girl, however you identify in a supporting factor of Upchurch, right? Um, because I know myself, I was very confused, you know what I'm saying, and not truly understanding on what all transpired. Like something happened, right? What happened? I don't know. I think it's awesome that he's back around his mother. I know a lot of people are, oh, screw her, blah 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 blah. At the end of the day, that's the dude's mom, and if he wants to be around his mother, you should just shut up and respect it. That's his mom, bro. That's who brought him into this world. I was always taught my mama brought me into this world, and she could take my ass out.
Push everybody else away.
Yeah.
And granted, thank God it was only, a short amount of time, but it seemed like a long amount of time.
Yeah.
But, there's been other documentaries where that shit happened for 20 fucking years.
Oh,
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I knew that from watching those.
Yeah.
So they showed their true colors pretty quick. I mean, I say only, but I'm 11 years into my career, and I've pretty much lived a 40-year career. So now it's like, man, I'm excited for what's next. Like, usually a career has like a peak, and then it drops off. And actually, it was either Big Smo or Kid Rock told me, if you make it past, it was Kid Rock. He said, if you make it past 10 years, you're timeless.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Definitely did that.
Yeah, you did that. I mean,
There's a lot of things that Church hasn't participated in through the whole 10, 11 years of his career either. And I seen he just dropped an open mic or a mic, whatever they call the open mic challenges or whatever the hell they're called. And I seen before that he had a open verse challenge. A lot of that stuff, he was already booming and he was already way out there. There was no time for a lot of that stuff. He would do his remixes and this and that, but he never really marketed it or promoted his music. He just put it out, and when it went out, it went out. So it would be cool to see him kind of go back and do more of these behind the scenes uh conversations, or the breaking down the lyrics, or the 16 bar challenges and stuff like that. It would be cool to see him do that. Some of the things that artists usually do early on in their career to kind of uh, make a name for themselves. It would be cool to see Church go through and kind of do that. I remember when he did the what was it, the Yo Gotti challenge. He did that like after the challenge was almost a year old. You know what I'm saying? He now get him in some of this stuff that's current. You know what I mean?
we'll get to that eventually.
It was crazy.
Thing, but
It's been a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah,
Riots, the news,
yeah.
the court cases, the fucking, the fucking people coming to like screw you over. Like,
Yeah.
and it's funny because, some of these things I've watched it and I was like, this is what's going to happen. So I'd get on YouTube and I'd be like, hey, this is what's going to happen. And it happens. Some shit I missed though. I feel like the more important shit I missed because I was used to learning what they tell you in a documentary. They don't tell you the serious stuff. They tell you the basic stuff.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, damn.
Yeah. And this happens to probably almost everyone I've met that's ever been successful. This happens to in some kind of format, but not like it's happened.
And always, now correct me if I'm wrong, I've never seen artists documenting it in real time. It's always after the fact, or someone else speaks for them on their behalf of what happened.
Yeah.
Like, at a real early age, I knew, like, I'm going to have to fucking tell everybody what it is so people know.
Yeah, that's important. That's the part. I'm glad you spoke on that, because especially now, like, everything's such short-lived. Things happen so fast on the internet, and then people don't remember the small facts here or there. They forget about that. They forget. So there's a whole documentation from the beginning of this to the end of this of what's went on. How much time you got to go find it all, yeah, that's the problem. But it's there. If you need to find it or you want to know, it's definitely there. And Church has always made sure he puts everything. He probably puts too much on the internet at times. You know what I'm saying? But who am I to say what is too much for another man? And that's the part of this that's interesting because there's a lot of people that wouldn't do what he does. They criticize him and ridicule him for him. And you can't say everything's correct because it's not you doing it, right? But at the end of the day, he's still doing it and not looking back. And that right there. Like there's a lot of people that try to judge that. I find that a quality that I respect and appreciate. Yes, at times it can put you in a jam, right? Stubborn, being stubborn. Oh, you ain't gonna go back and apologize for that. You ain't gonna go back and do this or do that. If you feel the need to, yes, but don't do it because somebody else tells you to do it. That's the part that I respect out of it.
Yeah.
And ended up being a problem because it was almost like some, hey guys, follow me. I'm gonna do the crazy shit and make this new trail, and they're gonna try to stop me, but y'all can follow me as long as I can make the new trail. And that's what we did.
Yeah. And that's kind of the goals right now is getting this in real time. I feel like the universe, things happen for a reason.
100%. We already have a script when we come here.
Yeah.
We just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's there. It might be invisible ink for right now, but it's not invisible ink forever. And to speak on the thing about the videos, there's videos. I only got credit ever for directed on one video. On one video.
Yeah.
And it was because he didn't believe it was gonna work. He's like, this is not a good idea. Ended up being one of the best videos. It was next to red. That's why at the end of it, it's a red logo instead of a white one, and it says directed by Upchurch.
Oh wow. Yeah, I never even noticed
It's
that.
because he was like, nah.
Yeah.
And little long and behold, it's one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing we both know because when you're there, but most of every
I feel like I
video,
missed something
song,
right there.
everything
Wait
comes
a
from
minute.
your
Did it like what happened? Hold on, let's run that back.
It's new trail, and they're gonna try to stop me, but y'all can follow me as long as I can make the new trail. And that's what we did.
Yeah. And that's kind of the goals right now is getting this in real time. I feel like the universe, things happen for a reason.
100%. We already have a script when we come here.
Yeah.
We just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's there. It might be invisible ink for right now, but it's not invisible ink forever. And to speak on the thing about the videos, there's videos. I only got credit ever for directed on one video. On one video.
Yeah.
And it was because he didn't believe it was gonna work. He's like, this is not a good idea. Ended up being one of the best videos. It was next to red. That's why at the end of it, it's a red logo instead of a white one, and it says directed by Upchurch. Because he was like, nah.
Yeah.
And little long and behold, it's one of the best ones.
Yeah. And that's the thing we both know because when
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, wait a minute, videos. He was just making a mention about getting the credit, having people appreciate him for his art and his craft, and yeah.
you're there, but most of every video, song, everything comes from your ideas.
Right.
You know, there were times where you'd sit around and we'd toss things back and forth, but the core of it was your idea.
Yes.
You know?
And you can tell when it stopped being my idea, and you can tell when they stopped listening to what I had to say.
Oh, for sure.
Like I was fucking pissed about James Dean, bro.
Yeah.
So fucking mad about that video.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to the lyrics, it's supposed to be where you're from. Like fuck. I mean, the chorus says, "I ain't nothing but a turn road. I ain't nothing but a turn road. Hell grown, barbed wire bending in a smooth two-tone." Like, dude, we could have filmed that at the fucking local car show, like, you know, out in public, going to co-op, loading up corn, dog food. Like, it was supposed to be that, but no, it was fucking, you know, dress all spiffy and wear these fucking Ray-Bans. And, you know, I shouldn't have let it go that way because I'm an independent artist, but at the same time, I like a team effort, you know?
Yeah, you trusted the
Right.
people around you.
Yeah.
And
Trust in the
it
vision.
just got shittier.
Trust in the vision. And that was a thing, bro. There was the middle of the night video with the jail cell and shit. I could tell there was things, and bro, to be honest with you, I heard Ryan talking about a couple of the videos that he was doing, and they didn't turn out any way that he was speaking. Like the things that he had mentioned that were going to happen in these videos, they weren't in the videos, and it made you wonder, like, what did it? The shot not look right? Was something not there? Did they not have a prop? Like what happened? Like the Ratchet Millionaire video. I watched the set get made, right? There was the set, all the background, everything was there. The video never, you never seen the video.
And shittier because the more money that I made,
Yeah,
the
that's true.
shittier the shit got.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, man. Like, and people's always like, where's your music videos? Motherfucker, I'm trying to get people to shoot them. Like, but once again, keeping my promise to somebody. I told Daryl from when we were younger, I said, if I ever fucking make it, I'm gonna buy us all fucking houses and cars. And we can have cars and shit like the people that live in town, like in Harpeth Meadows and shit. And I did. And I told B-Loose at the same time, I was like, not at that same time, but in the same sense, I told him, like, yo, as long as you're gonna do my videos, I'm gonna stick with you. And I fucking did. And then I fucking wasted, I probably lost 2 years of like no videos for nothing.
For sure, because I feel like a good man.
The commitment that Ryan had to Be Loose and only using Be Loose was, I mean, that was public. Everybody knew Ryan was only getting his video shot from one person and one person only. So I believe he's correct. I think he didn't have any networking with any of these other videographers, and now it kind of puts him in a situation where he's got to start clean with somebody brand new that he doesn't know anything about their catalog. I see the dynamic. He was so committed to one person, and that one person kind of stopped listening to his vision and started doing what they wanted it to look like. And that's where the disconnect came in a lot of the music videos. That makes sense. And I remember Patty mentioning one time, like, his videos suck. She said it. She said his videos suck. It's not the same as it used to be.
Right. And it just got shittier and shittier and shittier because the more money that I made, the shittier the shit got.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, man. Like, and people's always like, where's your music videos? Motherfucker, I'm.
That's a quote right there. The more money I made, the shittier it got. Like, the more money that come into my life, the shittier quality things became for myself. And I think there's a balance of understanding on how to, I've never had that much money to understand it, but I would think that you have to almost learn how to handle things differently, because even though everybody says, oh, we all put our pants on the same way, yada, yada, yada. People have different motives now, right? The person that's making $20 an hour doing this, that, or the other at their job every day, people don't have the motives that they might have for somebody that's making $200,000 a year or $300,000 a year, 400,000. You know what I'm saying? Your motives are going to change depending on the value of that individual's bank account, right? I think there's a lot of people, and I've witnessed it in my own life. They look at somebody, they think, oh, that dude's broke. Turns out he owns one of the most successful businesses in the area, and you were treating him like shit. But now you're kissing his ass, and then when he walks away, it's ha ha ha. He loves me, man. Hopefully, when he dies, he'll leave me in his will. So you watch people's motive change depending on how much a person's worth. So I see what that's a quote right there, bro. The more money I make, the shittier it gets.
Corn, dog food, like, it was supposed to be that, but no, it was fucking, dress all spiffy and wear these fucking Ray-Bans. And, I shouldn't have let it go that way because I'm an independent artist, but at the same time, I like a team effort,
Yeah, you trusted the
right.
people around you.
And it just got shittier and shittier and shittier because the more money that I made, the shittier the shit got.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, man. Like, and people's always like, where's your music videos? Motherfucker, I'm trying to get people to shoot them. Like, but once again, keeping my promise to somebody. I told Daryl from when we were younger, I said, if I ever fucking make it, I'm gonna buy us all fucking houses and cars. And we can have cars and shit like the people that live in town, like in Harpeth Meadows and shit. And I did. And I told B-Loose at the same time, I was like, not at that same time, but in the same sense, I told him, like, yo, as long as you're gonna do my videos, I'm gonna stick with you. And I fucking did. And then I fucking wasted, I probably lost 2 years of like no videos for nothing.
For sure. Because I feel like a good manager is going to encourage you to go wherever the best thing's at. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And not just
Well, I seen the 10IC. Well, I seen some of the 10IC video. There's a video for that. I doubt we'll ever see it. Ryan's in a Tennessee Volunteers jacket. The mic's kind of hanging in front of him like an open mic. It's a side shot of him. There's clips of it in maybe it is the James Dean music video. It's somewhere. It might be the Pioneer. It might be the Pioneer music video. There's some clips of the 10IC music video. But like I said, Ratchet Millionaire, we've seen a picture of them actually shooting Ratchet Millionaire. That video never come out. The 10IC, that video never come out. So that's two that I could quickly remember, and I can only imagine how many others.
Like try to hog it all themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what I want from you is the best quality product. I don't care if it's.
And the best quality is the best vibe.
Yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted out there, y'all. Don't save up your money and buy a fucking red camera. That's fucking useless unless you're filming Jurassic Park, bro.
Yes.
And you're not. You're with your friends making music and vibing out.
Literally the new iPhone.
Bro, an iPhone.
Content. Like honestly,
Get an iPhone with cinematic mode.
Yeah. Like honestly, the new. Like I almost want to eventually do a music video. Let's do it with an iPhone to show people like, look.
We could shoot one right after this.
You could do this shit yourself.
You want to shoot a fucking, like, in the studio one, like, real fast after this? Let's do it.
Sure. Okay, for the people that are watching, like the people that are inspired by you, other musicians.
Bro, I've been recording my welding with a phone, with an old phone too. Like I was able to get the camera to lock onto a puddle and weld with a cell phone. I'm welding with the TIG welder, but the cell phone is actually recording it. Don't limit yourself on, you don't have the equipment. And that's what I kept saying. Oh, I don't have the equipment to do that. Oh, I don't have the equipment to do it. Yeah, I did the whole time. It's my phone. It was right there. All I had to do is just do some homework and understand how the machine itself worked and the camera itself worked, and actually go into the settings and mess with the focus and mess with some things. And now I can record myself welding.
That are coming up. I feel like a good way to close this out for this episode is what's some knowledge you could spit their way that you learned the hard way. Like I'm a new guy coming up in Nashville, and my dream is to just get my music out there for people to hear. What's some advice you would give them?
My advice will be go back home because hell, how can you sing?
He said, "Go, don't come back. Lead them Broadway girls alone." That's funny.
My dream is to just get my music out there for people to hear. What's some advice you would give them?
My advice will be go back home because hell, how can you sing about this place? You don't know about it. You know, go back home to where you're from and you sing about where you're from to your people. What are you going to do? Come here and sing to Nashville people about Nashville? You don't know Nashville. We're going to look at you like you're fucking crazy and look at you like you're a gimmick, because the ones that are...
But you are. See, that's the thing. That is the locals are going to look at you like, what are you doing? But the rest of America is going to be like, oh, I love that song, bro. I watch it happen all the time. These people come and you watch their journey. They go and they move from wherever they live, California, Florida, New York, wherever, and they frolic to Nashville, Tennessee, and they create their music career. Within 6 months, they know they got the cowboy hat on, they got the boots on, they know everything about Nashville, they got their songs, they're writing about Nashville. Yeah, you see it, you hear it. But the fans that don't invest their time into paying attention to any of that, they don't know it. So they make millions of dollars, and then somebody else tries to copy that, and over. That's the industry. I think I can say this. I think Nashville has become the center for the music industry. Like, that is, at least for country music. On the country music side, Nashville, Tennessee. When you're looking to become a musician, and especially a country musician, there's no place other than Nashville, Tennessee.
From Nashville, when we sing country songs, we don't fucking wonder about what would Waylon do. We fucking wonder what could we have done for Waylon. That's why I pissed on that record label's fucking lawn, because they fucked dude over. Like the real Nashvilleans, the real Nashville people that's born here, they got music notes in their fucking birth certificate. We talk about Nashville in a way they don't like, but that's actual Nashville. Go talk about where you're from. Second thing is, you don't need them. They're gonna make you think you need them. You don't need them. I'm rich as fuck, and I'm not even trying to get rich. It's because I own 100% of my shit, you know, like, and a lot of money can fuck you up mentally and fuck your life up and fuck people up around you, you have to be strong-willed to have a bunch of money, because when you realize what a bunch of money is, you realize you don't want a bunch of money. You want a bunch of passion and drive. You don't want a bunch of money. So don't even chase that. Chase your passion. Chase what you want. Trust your gut. Don't trust any of these motherfuckers that dress up nice, bro. Because they're all fucking.
Too much power now on a level
Hey,
that
that's
don't
pretty
even
cool.
got description. Right now the room perplexed my
Episode
walls
1.
fighting heavy hit.
Directed by Ryan Upchurch. Filmed and edited by Chad and Chelsea Shepard. That was pretty dope. I will say, I think that's necessary, especially now the way that everything's like playing out. They're telling their stories on the internet. Ryan's rebuttaling them. It's getting chaotic, right? So what better way to do it than just to talk about it? Tell your story, say your piece, and move on. And that's my thing. Like, that's why I don't really want to pay attention to none of that drama and that bullshit too much for the most part, because it's so played out. Like, at this point, you can say whatever you want and people are still going to have the same opinions that they have. It's not changing much. You know what I'm saying? The ones that have figured out this is where they stand, that's where they stand. You know what I'm saying? And you can't change that, bro. Nobody's going to change that, as we all see. It's just, it is what it is. But I think it's dope that Ryan's doing this. Shout out to Chad and Chelsea. Dope little video, dope idea. Shout out to Church, dope idea. I appreciate everybody stopping in. It's been a while since I've done anything like this. I seen it. I figured, you know what? Might as well, right? Might as well go live and kick it for a little bit and give my live reaction on the video. I appreciate you, Slinko. I appreciate you, Bulldog, Stardust. Hey, John Paul. I know you're upset, but it's all right, buddy. Have a better day, John Paul. Tammy Jones, BC, Great White Wolf. I appreciate you guys. Potential Farms, Cassidy, Coat. Who else we got up in here? Anyway, yeah, that was Ryan Upchurch. What do you call it? The Music City Magic Man episode 1. Dope little video. I look forward to part 2. And it seems like there was they cut some stuff in and out of there, and I feel like something got flipped because the music video stuff kind of came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? We went from like the trailer park, living in a single wide trailer with shit blowing out the back, to music videos. Like, there was a big jump there. So I don't know if that was kind of like, the first one and working all the kinks out of it, but I feel like there was definitely something missing right there. Other than that, pretty dope. Informational for sure. Astro Boy, appreciate you stopping by. Tammy Jones. Yeah, Tammy, you got to step away from this every now and then. Like, work and my family is priority, right? And this YouTube stuff kind of just, when it becomes a job, I don't like doing it anymore. When I was just having fun with it, yeah, it's easy to just hit that live button, make a video, hit that live button, make a video. As soon as it starts feeling like a chore, like you gotta do this and do that, and there's certain parameters, man, fuck that. I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I like just having fun. I do this to have fun. I do this to create art. I enjoy I actually enjoy more of the editing. You know what I'm saying? Working on the videos. I actually was criticizing the Rogue open mic that he did. I guess this is how you always should be. I could have done better. I definitely could have done better on the editing. No disrespect to whoever edited that Rogue open mic challenge, but those flames and shit and the way that the effects were going off, it didn't work for me. Didn't work for me. But that's just my opinion and nobody else's. It was definitely shot and edited on a phone, and it almost looks like it was CapCut. And I'm really familiar with CapCut, so I would have fun doing something like that. But anyway, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you did not check this video out, make sure you go check it out over on Ryan's and leave a comment. Creek Squad, baby. Tammy, appreciate you. Who else we got in here? Mitchell Schultz, appreciate you. Cassidy, Stardust, Astro Boy, Potential Farms. What are we getting out of here with? I'm gonna send us off with some music. What do we got? Let's see. Do this, do that. What we got? I'm not doing the new one because I'm probably going to try to react to it this weekend. What else we got in here, though? Oh, I got one. Let's see. Much love, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. We out this mug. Peace. Creek Squad, baby.
Hearing banjos in the distance from old man as wooden chairs rock. Whoa, whoa. It never gets old, like a pretty face and a dry tailgate. So excuse me, miss, cherry coke lips, there's something that I need to say. You look like the prettiest goblin-bird sky. Out of all this stuff, your blue suede eyes go beyond. Oh, 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 your voice sweet like honey. I'd walk to Memphis just for some loving. I guess the place is where I was born to sing, and you're the only thing I see. Till I see. You're the only thing I see.
I appreciate y'all. HB Florida over and out. Hoot.
If Pigeon Forge ever burned down again, it was probably at the sight of you. The trees breaking their limbs.
Appreciate you,
As
Bulldog.
you walk by, trying to pull up their own roof. You can set flame the town with no lighters around, and Old Smoky let you break all the rules. Dressed up or dressed down, at home or on the town, here's what I'm thinking of you. You look like the prettiest goblin-bird sky. Out of all this stars, your blue suede eyes go beyond. Oh, oh, oh. Your voice sweet like honey. I'd walk to Memphis just for some loving. I guess the place to be is where I was born to sing, born to sing. About a boy on a Harley, a girl on a horse, the backyard bonfires, talks on the front porch. Men who work hard and women like you. So here's what
Hey, I appreciate you, Stardust. Have a great rest of the week, everybody.
The prettiest Gallenberg sky.